Hey, welcome back. This is the joy of cutting, compositing, color grading. What do you name it in post-production? We kind of do that primarily focused on color grading, but right now in honor of Ghostbusters we are doing, we're making some cool proton streams based off of a short fan film I worked on. We made some proton streams. So if you haven't already, there is a previous video. I think they put the little box up there. You can click the link to go watch the previous video where we got to this point where we have our proton stream shooting out of the gun, and it is tracked to the front of the neutrino wand, and it's ready to just take out a ghost. But now we're going to make it nicer. We're going to add some more features to it. Because yeah, it's not, it is what it is, but it isn't perfect. And if you remember, our viewer in the top right is currently set to view everything in linear, so it looks very flat. There's no curve of contrast, whereas when we go to what you see on the top screen, you got a lot more of that glow emanating across because everything's been converted into linear and then back out to log. That was some things that we set up in the previous video. But now, so we have our mainstream. We're going to just start here. We're going to move our other footage out of the way. We're going to make a little space for ourselves. Get that mat control, working that bush. Kind of just keeping things nice and orderly. And we got our mainstream. We're going to want to do some things. So we're pretty much going to want to make another one. And so this was using that plugin from Reactor called Blitz. We're going to name this one Blue Stream. What? Blue Stream. Yeah. Cool. And we're going to need two of them. So what we're going to do is Control C, and we're going to make it instance because we really want them to be almost identical in terms of everything that we do. We'll make some changes along the way, but overall our nothing node will go to both of them, and one of them will go behind the mainstream and the other one will go in front of the mainstream, and this one will go to there. So now let's see, we have all that, and that's a mess. So our blue stream, now in the first one we did turn off all the branches and make all the branches not cool. We might play around with that later, but you'll see now we have two streams with no branches. And now we got to do some fun things. So our mainstream, they're all going to have the same start position relatively. So we're going to just go take our start position and we're going to say, we're going to bring up our mainstream. We're going to just tag the mainstream to the top just so we don't lose it, because we're going to want to drag and connect some things. When we go to the start position of our blue stream, make sure you got that one selected. We're just going to tell the start position equals. And it brings up our expression point, and we're going to go whip it good. And that's mainstream start position. Boom, so wherever the mainstream start position is, that is where our blue stream will be coming from. There we go. And then our stop position, we're going to want, let's just start. We're going to want it to be tied to the same location, but we're going to want to make it offset. We don't want it to be exact. We want where it comes from to be the same, but we want where it hits to just be slightly different. So we're going to modify with offset position, and we can go to that modifier. So off-stream stop position, and we're going to say equals. And now we know, because we can't, I wish they did that. If you pin something in the modifiers, you can still see the tools. but we know that it was called mainstream dot start position. You can assume that it's stop position for the other one. You can see everything turns back on and it's happy again, but it's off. So we want the X is fine. Where they hit the same, and we want to just go 0.03 up. And that's where we're going to want to take our other instance of our mainstream, and we're going to actually tell it to de-instance. We don't want it tied to it. We want it to be its own person, so we're going to give it its own offset position. And we're just going to go up in the modifiers. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Do you guys find this interesting? I do. I watch videos all the time. Offset position of the in-stream, blah, 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 blah. I just did this. Equals. Brings that up, breaks everything for a second. And we're going to just type main stream dot stop position. And it fixes that, and that's a 0, and this is going to be a negative 0.03. So one is going to be hitting just above the neutrino one, and one is going to be hitting just below neutrino blast. And so now there's just some differentiation. You could go another step further and tell the offset I want perturb, so that it goes wobbly wobbly and it's different. I don't think anyone's going to notice in 2 seconds exactly what you do. But it is going to be pretty good. So we got our blue stream. We want to make it, we're going to go back to here. We got one more thing to tie it to our mainstream, and that was the phase change. So our mainstream is there. Blue stream is here. We're going to turn on progress-based energy. We're going to go equals. I'm going to go progress-based energy. I'm going to tie that one to that one. And this one is going to be equals. I'm going to give this another one. I'm going to tie that one to that one. That way, when we come down to where we had that animation in the last video, they all stay friendly and they all stay the same. So I'm pretty sure we've tied everything up so that the mainstream and the blue streams all come from the same place, all end up in relatively the same place. So we're just going to want to, we can take that pin off, we can go back to our blue stream and kind of just work on how do we style things. So we want to actually turn down the amplitude too. We're going to bring up the smoothness. It's going to be okay. Don't worry. Don't you worry about a thing. And then we're going to go back to our energy distribution, and we're going to tell it, I think we did 3 something for the last one. I could go chat. That's, yeah, 3.5. Let's just do 1.5, not as thick as our mainstream, because it's technically sending something out, catching a ghost, coming back. Make it a little random, a little kitschy. And then lightning bolt color, we're going to be blue, because that is what I envision the most when I think about Ghostbusters, is the one from both the movies and the cartoons that are properly done. So we're just going to boost that up, I think. What did we do for that one? That was a 5, and yeah. And give that a little love. So let's give that maybe a 3.5. Let's just see what that does. Give it all the juice. And we're probably going to want to bring up our gain here. So there are tons of settings, and they're all going to do relatively different things. And part of the problem that you're going to deal with is when you get to the other end of this, once you have your proton stream and it looks really cool and it's gravy like this, you're going to want to be concerned that it is how does it look once you color grade it. That's another video that will be after this one is released. So we can talk more about that then. But right now, we want to just finish up making these proton streams really nice. There's a couple things we can keep doing. So right now, yeah, I haven't played around much with the branch length. We could tell it, hey, could you give it some random dynamic branches and sparky bits? So you can kind of see it's starting. Okay. To do that, we can do all kinds of things. I'm not sure it's going to look great. And this is just talking about the branch length. This would be a dynamic branch length. So I want them to be so long. Oh, that's lightning bolt. That is a tree of branches there. Yeah, I just don't know about that. I think just leaving it as one stream out, 2 streams back is more than enough for me. Because we're going to make that look a lot nicer. Because yeah, it is what it is right here. It does what it's supposed to be doing, and it's not too shabby. But we're going to take a break now, and you can join me in the next video as we look at ways in which we can make this even better. So, the same way we break down our color grading, we have our get it out there, get it done, kind of put it together. This one has been, let's finish that up because you needed 2 streams. And now in the next video, which should be right around here, we're going to see what else we can do to make this look just a little bit cooler and a little bit more fun. So yeah, click that link, like, subscribe, and do all the other YouTube things. And I'll see you in the next one once you click that link button there. Did you click it?